Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Cider Midnight plays Shadowrun Hong Kong. Where we last left off, we got a bunch of Shadowrunning missions and chose to go into a museum to steal some artifacts and figure out why all the workers were disappearing. I think we found the reason. And now, it's time to use that nifty little feature they provided me with to enter turn-based combat mode. Alright, Isabel has one action point for some reason. Whatever. Whoosh. Alright, it's only these two. But man, this guy has insanely high armor. Okay, so... Ooh, this has armor piercing 4. Alright. My dear friend. Can I just manifest you? No, I wanna manifest this man. Oh, I need to be right up against him to do that. In that case, yo mummified corpse, check this out. Okay, I thought that would do a lot of damage. I don't want to use Isabel's grenade launcher in this situation. Oh right, she only has one action point for no adequately discernible reason. How do I get Koche? Where's Koche in this? Ah, there he is. Control him. Yes, Koche. Come to my aid. Koche has huge armor. And let me see. Yeah, just hit this guy if you can. Good, that's what I wanted. I only want to be fighting one thing right now. Okay, you just get up here and Gobbit, get up here. I may need you to heal the wound that this gargoyle deals to me. Oh my god, I didn't even see you! He sapped my willpower. What was that? Was that like a ghost or something? Also, eat Mana Fist. He just exploded on me. Ah, and the last wound was 2. That's unfortunate. Now I'll just try to hit him. Darn it, Gobbit, just do this ring. He's so strong. Isabel, do you have mark target? Ooh, do it. I should have done that with you before. Now, open fire. Darn it. Koche? I need you. Okay. Did not mean to do it that way, but whatever. Fire at will. Or actually, wait. Oh, you can also attack with your legs. Oh, you can stun him. Do it. Oh, no, you can't get up that far. Or can you? You can. Do it. Oh god, it's another one. What the fuck? There's a million of these things. I love that Mana Fist only has a 1-turn cooldown, though. Get punched. What? No. Fist-sensei. Punch him. Punch him in his face. Oh my god, he exploded into poison. Get out of the poison gas. No, don't run into the poison gas. Oh, it damages you every time you move. I can't even see Koshei in this mess. Get out of there. Okay, it doesn't damage the drone. That's something. I want you behind this pillar. And don't repair Koshei. Help me. Fire will. Oh, right, you only have 1 AP. Can Poison Fog hit both of them? No, it can't even get close to hitting both of them. Oh well. No, summon the spirit. How do I make you... Oh, I need to click off aim. Summon the spirit. Ooh, an avalanche. Nice. So what do you do? Wow. Get destroyed? I'm not locked in here with you, friend. You're locked in here with me. Target loses all AP for 2 rounds and cannot attack or move. I'll take that. Turn him to stone. Then punch this guy's face in. He didn't even care. Like, he tried to hit that gargoyle. He didn't even flinch. Oh god, I forgot that guy wasn't ours. Fist-sensei, give him the power of your mana punch. Oh, I think I know what we need to do. Isabel, get the book. No, Isabel, pick up the book. Maybe that'll stop all the monsters from spawning. I hope. Got it? Oh no, she lost AP because he attacked her. Alright. He's literally right in front of you. Shoot him. Got it? Shoot him too. Got it. Why would you do this to yourself? Shoot this one. Alright, so that one's losing all its attack anyway, so... Oh, it has a cone. Smash him. Now, keep beating on this gargoyle. You think the rock spirit cares that you just vomit poison? The rock spirit does not care. What the hell? It transported the drone to some horrifying alternate dimension. Punch him in his face. We're still in combat because Koshei got transported. Koshei, murder this man. Use your killing legs. I don't even know what's happening right now. Isabel, run over here and see if that's where things are going on. Also, Ractor, do you have med? Yep, because I desperately need it. Thank you. I guess we'll put Gobbet over here to prepare for whatever nightmare is coming next. Okay, Koshei, kill this guy. Your comlink crackles. You've got the books. Great. Next you need to head upstairs so I can wipe the security data. Then you're home free. You have some explaining to do, my good friend. Did you know these creatures were here? No. I planned this run down to the last detail, but those monsters were a happy accident. Not sure how your meticulous planning didn't account for the hordes of basement monsters. It's a tomb. Things are bound to pop up, which, in your line of work, you should be prepared to handle. Now time's wasting. Security room's at the top of the stairs leading back into the museum floor. You click in your comm link and he's gone again. Why do I get the feeling that guy is not an archaeologist? He seems to have set this up way too well to be an archaeologist. Also, holy crap. That was strange. And I really liked it. I mean, he friggin... Oh god. The cadaverous husk materializes in front of you, unfolding like a flower from nothingness into being. It stands with a surprisingly upright posture, and you can see that its robes were once of fine quality. It raises a hand to block your path. Stop. The thing's voice comes out in a hollow rasp. Something about it feels empty. It seems you can move freely through this realm, coming and going, taking what is not yours. You look real creepy. Who are you? I was an assistant to a great man, an emperor. I was meant to continue assisting him in the afterlife. But something was unsettled. Bonds were broken. He is no longer here, and I wish to search for him elsewhere. I want out of this tomb. I must free myself from this place. But I cannot leave. My soul is bound to these catacombs, chained to the bones of a life that I no longer possess. This place is bizarre. What is happening down here? The books that you carry, they are alive. They protect themselves, distort space, and draw creatures to them who will serve. Our Exalted had the will to contain them. Wherever you intend to send them, I hope that an equally strong mind will keep them under control. So you think I can get you out of here somehow? You can. Slowly and painfully, the mummy inclines its head. It reaches into the folds of its robes and produces a ring of fired porcelain. The creature extends its arm, presenting the object as an offering. Take this talisman and place it among the other artifacts you have removed. Once you have moved it beyond the binding threshold of this excavation, I will be free. Let's say I do this. What's in it for me? I'm sure the sure knowledge that you have done what is right. How do I know that I can trust you? There's a long pause. You don't. How could you? But I am a man of my word. You're going to have to do better than that. When I am free, I will give you a thing, a token. Crumble it in your hands, and I will come to your aid. But only once. One time, and no more. The mummy's eyeless sockets seem to stare into you, through you. Will this be sufficient, human? Will you accept my offer? See, now this is the kind of situation that I'm talking about, because either this guy could be genuine, and he'll go off and he'll search for his emperor, and nothing bad will happen, and nothing will come of it. Or he's a corpse, or rather, he's a some sort of horrifying monster possessing the corpse of another human, of another long dead human, and trying to use it to escape. Honestly, I've been burned on this once before, and if you've played Dragonfall, you will know exactly which time I'm talking about. I'm not making this mistake again. You and me, friend, we're fighting it out. Man of Fist! Isabel, shoot him a bunch of times. Actually mark the target so he's easier to shoot. Ah, yes, you missed. Nah, I want Koshé in on this. Koshé, kill him with your stunning leg. Alright. Now, you can't actually shoot him, so get up here. And shoot! Nah, dude. You're not going anywhere. Fist of Justice! Alright, and then I will loot the Emperor's Sword. An ancient sword etched with Chinese seal script may do AP damage on a critical hit. I will take that. And sure, I'll let Fist-sensei hold on to it. Oh wait, I can't. I cannot equip that item. Alright, let's go upstairs. I'm not taking that risk of unleashing whatever the hell that nonsense was onto an unsuspecting populace. That's just not a risk I'm willing to take. I mean, that one mummy transported Koshe to the dimension of infinite darkness and suffering. I don't want him doing that to anyone else. The terminal is powered off. This is the one. Flip the switch on the bottom right, then plug in my data chip. The script will doctor the security logs so we can sneak you out. It's executing now. There's a pause. You can hear him clicking his tongue like a metronome. And done. Get out of there. Alright. Well, hopefully I made the right choice. And I'm probably not going to come back and do this, at least not for a few years after this run is over. So, oh no. Who the hell are these people? Yeah, so if I done goofed and that mummy was like the god, like the was actually gonna go off and serve as emperor or some such, let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to know whether or not I made the right decision. Fire! Oh my god, the damage is so real. Fist-sensei, I'll have them come to you. Your fists are a thing that should be treasured. Oh wait, are they behind us too? Okay. I don't think they are, so I don't know why that isn't registered as full cover. Koshe! Can you get over there with your melee legs? Nope. Run over here. Alright, just glide. That's fine too. You want to glide? Be my guest. Gobbit, I want you over here. And that'll do it. Okay. Hey guys. Want to check out my super fist? Darn it. Can I not just move? Oh, right. It has me selected on that weird thing for no adequately explainable reason. Punch her! Oh, she juked me. Okay, that was not the shot, Isabel. That was not the shot. And you don't want to piss off Koshe. I do not believe you want to piss him off. Alright, hit him with your stunning kneecap. So now he's just stunned. Go over here and hit this lady. Ractor, I'll move you up. Gobbit, I will move you at least up to here. And then you can fire at her. Man, those shots do no damage. Neither do those. Get punched! And punch some more. I really wish there was somebody in the party who could equip the friggin', like, sword of the Emperor or whatever it's called. Because I feel like that would be badass. Shoot him! It's okay, you did more damage to him. Still did more damage to him, I'll take it. I mean, I'm dying, but I'll take it. You need to get shot. And I will not use him. Instead, I'll get Gobbet up here. See if I can get an aimed shot off. She has so much armor. So much. How dare you? I'll punch you in the face for that. A familiar voice pipes into your communicator. Change of plans. Search those bodies for a key fob. You'll need it to access the side door. There's a side door? In the lobby. My program didn't work as well as I'd expected. I've been monitoring the exits on my cameras, and the HKPF have the front locked down. Since you can't go out the front now, you've got to exit out the side. That key will get you through the locked side door, which will take you out the east service exit. Okay, I'll pick that up then. And let's go over there, I suppose. Can I use one of those medkits, by the way? I think I'm dying. Hey, Isabel, can I borrow your medkit? Please use it on me. I'm dying. Thank you. All right, and we go out this way. Man, this is just turning out to be full of surprises. Oh, they're here too, and they get first move. Oh my god. Get behind cover. No, not half cover. Okay, I guess everything is half cover. Fine. What is this? Detonate all mines you currently have active. But she doesn't have any mines active. Hit her. I wouldn't exactly call that flanked, but that's fine. Gobbet, what was the last wound he sustained? Okay, fine. Get in here first. She can't hide behind any useful cover. I guess she's gonna be over here. What was his last wound? Heal that. And then I want to use this on you. Raptor, I want you in here. And Koche follows. Good. Koche, please hurt this lady with your kneecap of death. Hit her in her face. Poke of death! Oh my god. How did you shoot through that? Alright. Hey lady. I want to show you something. It's called Mana Fist. Ah, come on. I worked so hard on that. Isabel, if you would do the honors. Thank you. And then... And Koche, what I want you to do is get up in this sniper's grill. The sniper's way too accurate, and they now must sleep forever. Got it. Let's see if I can get you closer to those dragon lines. Oh, this is gonna be good. Darn it. Oh well. Punch her in her face anyway. Crochet. Poke her to death. And Isabel can switch to the pistol. Get up here. And shoot. Good shot. Nicely done. I hope that's all the combat, because hot damn. Yes, it is. Let's run. That was a good first mission. Your adrenaline wanes as you fly through the subway tunnels on your way back to Haoi. There isn't much left to do but pick the shards of glass off your clothes and congratulate yourself on one hell of a run. It's just too bad you couldn't keep the looted antiques. By the end, you managed to steal over 10,000 new yen worth of items for your client, a number that will hopefully be reflected in your mission pay. The damage you caused will likely set the museum's development back even farther. Not enough to cripple the project, just enough to send a message. But at the end of the day, you still managed to break a lot of exhibits, displays, and even the faces of a few tomb crawlers, the presence of which had conveniently slipped Drake's mind. Surprises aside, you came out on top, and thanks to some quick thinking on Drake's part, you got the books and you got out. Alright. So what I'm probably going to do is get some sleep in-game, for starters. Or actually, I'm gonna get my money for starters. And then I'll keep saving these karma points for much the same reason. Steven Dynamite. I will talk to him later. As interesting as that name is, I want to see how much money this just earned me. Haoi Smuggler? Oh, you're right outside my boat. Let's talk. Two men in dirty synth leather jackets look up from their conversation at your approach. They both look haggard, their shoulders slump with exhaustion, and neither appears to have shaved this morning. What do you want, man? We're talking here. I'm new in town. I figured it'd pay to make all the connections I can. A grim chuckle rumbles out of him. You chose the wrong day, stranger. We're moving further downstream and we're doing it today. There's something wrong with this place. Too many bad dreams. Yeah? What sort of bad dreams? The kind that bite. You'll see too if you stay here long enough. Long haul and the thing in the ivory crown. I've already seen it. He licks his lips, nodding. Lots of people in town dreamed it, or something like it. From the folks I talked to, there were a bunch of different versions. Some people turned away from the corridor, went down alleys, that kind of thing. I've never even set foot in the walled city before, stranger, so tell me, why the hell am I dreaming about it all of a sudden? I don't even know what the damn thing looks like on the inside. I think there's something strange going on, something magical, and the walled city is where it's coming from. He grunts. It's a curse. Nothing else it could be. Everybody knows that place is haunted. A living hell full of evil spirits and poisoned ki. If you're not careful, you'll wind up trapped inside with the rest of the human garbage. His companion cuts in, you catch a healthy... Was trying to say hefty without reading. Of alcohol in his breath. That isn't gonna happen to us. No way. Only the lowest of the low wind up in the walled city. So like he said, we're going further downstream. As soon as the things are packed, we're out of here. Damn right, this place is a dump anyway. Let's try our luck in Macau. To hell with this place. Best of luck then. We could say the same to you. You're staying here in Haoi after all. For the three of us, you're the one who's most likely to need it. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate the well wishes. Okay. Let's see. Yep. I want to see what my pay was. I have 3 unread messages. Attending a party. Fist-sensei, I need you to come to the parlor. A friend and a business partner of mine named Dr. Shen Yang has need of your services. Something about attending a fancy party in Repulse Bay. He was unwilling to give me the details. I think he wanted to size you up himself. Raymond Black's history. Duncan asked me to do some digging on my own into Raymond's history. I guess he doesn't trust Kindly Chang to give him the full story. I can't say I blame him since she'd hide things from us if it was in her best interest to do so. So I've been poking around various corners of the Matrix trying to get up what I can. Most sinners leave a data trail the size of an aircraft carrier in their wake. Working backward in time, Raymond starts out that way, but it slowly tapers away into nothingness. Sure, I can find some basic records in Seattle. Powered utilities, a couple of public discussion sites he signed up for, but the further back I get, the less I find. And the craziest part is this. Prior to 2032, I can't find anything at all. And that shouldn't be possible. It's like Raymond didn't exist before then. I don't know. I'm gonna keep digging, but it'll take me a while. I'll let you know when I get some news worth sharing. Isabel. And opportunity. Yo, come see me if you have a chance. I have a trade opportunity, maximum. Maximum law, Matrix 1 poetry, blah, blah, blah. Done is what happens when I rain the fire. Ulstrathon Visgoth, Judge of Titan. So wait, how do I... claim payment for the museum run. Okay. Well done, you went above and beyond what I asked and liberated some truly precious artifacts. I've attached the payment you're owed, plus a little bonus. I trust you'll keep quiet about what exactly was liberated from Liu's little museum. I'll come collect the books from Kindly Chang shortly, Mr. Drake. Review notes on completed jobs. Okay, it's the thing that I received when I, No, I didn't mean to click it again. Okay, I didn't even see how much money we just got. Okay, about 2,000-ish credits. I'll take it. I mean, that's what, 20% commission? Good enough, I suppose. And let's get some rest. See what other weird nightmares crop up while we're asleep. Ah, yes, and I wanted to put... Where is it? Aha, it's already there. The Emperor's Sword. Seems real good. I don't know who I'm going to give it to, or if I can give it to anyone in the party, but I have it now. Now let's sleep. You wake with a start, your limbs bound up in a sweaty tangle of linen bedsheets. An incredible sorrow swells in your chest. You feel empty, half-starved, and alone. Fragmentary memories of a half-remembered dream flit through your mind. They are already fading away to nothing. Chase them. You close your eyes and concentrate, willing yourself to keep the dream from slipping away. Gradually, the memory comes back to you. The walled city. You were back in the walled city. You don't even remember how you got there. But it couldn't have been any place else. Even the barons weren't so squalid. You remember craning your neck to look above you. The buildings that made up this part of the walled city were new construction, even cheaper than the old. Now their foundations had rotted out from under them, and the buildings leaned into one another like a gang of drunken men. A rain of plaster and asbestos sprinkled down, dusting your shoulders. You began to creep forward, picking your way past piles of refuse and debris. Past the pimps and the dumpster fires, the broken glass and the dirty needles. The air reeked of rot and sewage and industrial waste, a disgusting melange that caught in your sinuses and crawled down your throat. You gagged on the stink, but it didn't slow you down. In the back of your mind, you knew that you had no reason to be doing this. There was nothing for you in the walled city. You shouldn't have been there. But the rest of you was hungry, unbearably, indescribably hungry. And that part of you knew that if you keep moving, you'd finally get to eat. As you forced your way deeper into the walled city, locals stood at their windows and stared. Inexplicably, some of them dropped to their knees. You kept moving. You could see something in the distance, a silhouette, something enormous, at least twice the size of a troll, but delicate. It was beautiful. The huge figure beckoned to you, gesturing with a slender limb. An explosion of warmth filled your chest, and you knew that if only you could reach it, your problems would be over. She would make all of your sorrows disappear. You moved forward at a crawl, but the figure felt impossibly far away. You reached out, calling to her, and then you woke up. The empty feeling in your stomach slowly fades, taking the strength and vibrance of the memories along with it. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do is see if any new conversation options popped up in the boat, and then call it an episode. Hello, Ractor? Let's talk. Ractor shop, blah blah blah, is sweltering hot, even more so than it was the first time you stepped inside. The whir of actuators accompanies the fine motions of the manipulator arm that hang from the ceiling. They are turning an object over and over in their articulated hands, soldering wires and hammering rivets. Ah, my friend, welcome back. Ractor touch-types a series of commands into his bracer, and the arms relax into an idle posture. He smiles at you, a cigarette dangling from his lip. There, that's better. Now what can I do for you? How are you getting along with other members of the team? Perfectly well, thank you. They all seem competent enough, and there haven't been any major personality conflicts so far. He rubs his chin thoughtfully. So long as they continue to perform to an acceptable standard, I can see no reason not to continue our arrangement. It's good to run with a team again. Sure, alright, but what do you think of them personally? They're fine, I suppose. All fine. Gobbet is quite charming, Isabel keeps to herself, and Duncan is doing his best in a bad situation. There's a momentary pause, he shrugs. And that, I'm afraid, is all I have to say. Apologies if you were looking for more. You're still something of a mystery to the group, Ractor. Mind if I ask you a few questions? No, I don't mind. Not at all. He takes a drag on his cigarette, then slowly releases the smoke. I can't promise that my answers will satisfy your curiosity, of course, but you may certainly ask. What was it like growing up in the Russian Republic? Tumultuous, as you might expect. You probably aren't old enough to remember the Euro Wars, but I am. I know bits and pieces of the history, but I didn't live through it. Ah, well, the wars were formative experiences for Russians of my generation. Not traumatic, per se. Certainly not as they were for the Germans, Finns, and Poles, but important nonetheless. My country was the instigator of the First Euro War, back in '30. I remember the rhetoric, the hardships of living under a wartime economy, the rampant xenophobia that took hold. I remember how we all cheered when our forces invaded Poland. 3 months, that was all that it took for our military to crush what meager resistance the Poles could bring to bear. It was quite the source of national pride at home. I remember our drive into Germany and the desperate bid to reclaim the eastern portion of that country for ourselves. Just think about the symbolic significance of such an act. An audacious move, to be sure, but Secretary Kropotkin was determined to make history. So what happened? Did the German military stop you? Either that, or yeah, it seems a bit bitter. No, the Night Wraith incident did. Night Wraith? British-made fighter bombers with stealth capabilities. Very state-of-the-art. Very powerful. At least, that's what they were purported to have been. Nobody has ever come forward to accept responsibility for the attack. Regardless of who was behind it, the result was the same. Wave upon wave of bombings that targeted our forces and the Germans alike, coupled with the assassinations of dozens of military leaders. A devastating, synchronized operation, expertly carried out over the course of a single night. At home, viral attacks shut down our power grids. Hundreds of thousands of Russian homes found themselves without heat or electricity in the dead of winter. Cloche scuttles forward, allowing the rigger to rest his hand on the sloping metal of its chassis. Ractor stares at his own deformed reflection in the metal of the drone's body, a sad smile on his face. I remember huddling under a mountain of cheap blankets that my mother had piled up on my bed. They did little to protect me from the cold, but they were something that I could hang on to. Something tangible that I associated with warmth and comfort and home. There, as my body trembled and I watched my breath frost over, a horrible truth descended upon me. We had caused this. We were the villains of the First Euro War. For the first time, I came face to face with what Kropunen's folly had brought us. And there, under that ridiculous heap of rags, I came to realize that would surely come to pass. Or what would surely come to pass. The world thought us villains, and so they would treat us like villains. We would be pariahs on the international stage, crippled by retributive sanctions. We would never live down the shame. He wipes his hands as if cleaning them. A wry smile spreads across his face. And then the AFA invaded Greece and Spain, sparking off Euro War II. We redeployed our troops to help propel them, and all was made right again. That easy, huh? About. Oh, we were still regarded with suspicion, of course, but Europe might have fallen if it hadn't been for our help. In essence, we took back our reputation at gunpoint. Not an ideal solution, but it worked. Within the span of 4 months, we Russians had gone from nobodies to a terrible threat to unlikely saviors in the eyes of the Western world. Studying exactly how this happened has taught me a great deal about human psychology and social dynamics. Human psychology? You say that as if you weren't one. He laughs. Just a figure of speech, my friend. Nothing more. Now shall we talk about something else? Surely there are more interesting and relevant things to discuss. You mentioned the Second Euro War sparked off by the AFA. Who were they? He takes a drag on a cigarette. Ah, yes. I suppose that you wouldn't know. They were only active for the years surrounding the conflict, after all. The AFA was the Alliance for Allah, serving under Mullah Sayyid Jazrir, a coalition of right-wing Middle Eastern governments that assembled after the failure, some say sabotage, of the United Islamic Conference. They looked to a weakened Europe and saw an opportunity, one that my country was entirely responsible for creating. So they launched a surprise attack? Yes, but in hindsight we should have foreseen it. Ultimately, the AFA did what any hawkish power would have done in their position. I cannot fault them for taking advantage of Europe's weakened state. Given their circumstances, they would have been foolish not to. Well, I take it you beat them. I mean, I haven't heard of the AFA before, so things can't have ended well for them. No, my friend, they did not win. The AFA folded in 37 after Jazrir's assassination. A lucky thing for us, too. The body count could have been a great deal higher. In the years that they were active, the AFA gave us a hell of a fight. Did you emigrate directly from Russia to Hong Kong? No. Between my years in Nizhny Novgorod and my time here in Haoi, I spent a year in the free city of Berlin. That was where I got my feet wet as a Shadowrunner, you see. I ran with a team of anarchists for a time and learned the ropes of the occupation under their tutelage. I believe the free city of Berlin is where the last game took place. So who knows, I may be forgetting that this guy existed. What can you tell me about that team of yours? He shrugs. A good group of people. Disorganized to be sure, but capable. Sadly, we are no longer on the best of terms. What happened? An opportunity arose, and I seized it. In doing so, I left Berlin for Hong Kong, and I did so without much advance notice. My absence made life difficult for them, and they blamed me for their hardships. You're a grown man. If you wanted to leave, you were under no obligation to stay. Thank you for taking my side, but I can see their point as well. As I said, my departure caused some complications for them. That said, I hadn't lost any sleep over it. I merely did what I had to do. He looks away, a wistful expression on his face. Crochet scrapes the ground with its forelegs, its sensors fixed firmly on you. Ultimately, I would say that my time in Berlin was quite educational. Different from my earlier life in Russia, to be sure. As I said, the experience was invaluable. Ultimately, though, Haoi is probably better suited to my sensibilities. How so? Life in Hong Kong is more structured than it is in Berlin. Things make sense here in a way that the Flux state didn't. He taps a finger to his temple. I have an orderly mind. Everything in its place, neatly labeled and filed away. This approach is what allows me to make sense of the world. To say that the people I knew in Berlin thought differently would be an understatement. Why'd you move to Russia from Berlin? He holds his tongue for a moment, considering. When we first met, I told you that I parted ways with Grishin Aviakor under unfortunate circumstances, yes. Or, yes? You mentioned it. These same circumstances led me to Berlin. I was wrong that I would not find recourse in Russia. He sighs. I suppose there's no sense in being vague. I'll tell you the story if you want to hear it. Please, lay it on me. You may remember the self-repair system I mentioned the first time we met. The module that would allow Koche or any sufficiently equipped drone to repair itself. I told you that my research had been lost. That was not strictly true. It was stolen by a pair of colleagues who I had long considered friends. They were researchers from my old lab. They turned against me, stole our work, in truth, my work, and defected. Why did they do that? Desperation and ambition. They had always been fixated on getting out of Russia. Grishin Aviakor was a nationalized corporation, and they would never get rich as cogs in a government-controlled machine. In our project, they saw their key to breaking away and earning their fortunes. Never mind the fact that I was opposed to the idea. And so you followed them, I take it. Yes, the two had long spoken about moving to Berlin. Such was true of a great many academics in Russia. My homeland is a bureaucratic dictatorship, you see. There's little personal freedom and there are many rules to be followed. As you might imagine, the stable anarchy of the flux state can be an alluring concept to those who live under totalitarian rule. Berlin is much romanticized back home. Makes sense. If you spent your life tied up in a bureaucracy, you could do worse than moving somewhere with no rules. Oh, the flux state has rules, my friend. They aren't codified, but they most certainly exist. Should you ever travel there, you'll want to remember that. But I digress. In the hunt for my traitorous colleagues, Berlin was my only lead. I decided that I would travel there. At best, I would find them, and at worst, it would be a good place to rebuild my life. There's a squeal of tortured metal as Koche drags its claws over the iron grating that covers the floor. Ractor glances down at the drone and goes calm. He takes a deep breath and continues. It took me over a year to locate my former friends. It was a long, painstaking search, but I was nothing if not determined. I finally found evidence that they used my research as a bargaining chip to secure positions at Ares, and that they were in Hong Kong. And so you came here to Haoi. He nods. I picked up and left the next day. My old team was upset, to be sure. Lucky Strike, in particular, howled for my blood. But I know where my priorities lie. Oh, I think he might have been one of the mercenaries I could have hired. I mean, not that I ever cared, because I was the rigger in that game. But I think he might have been one of the mercenaries I could have hired in Dragonfall. Interesting. Because I remember Lucky Strike from the mercenary list in Dragonfall. And so here I am, and here they are, and soon I will be ready to act. I really must thank you for inviting me to the team. Your abilities will be invaluable when the time finally comes to make my move. Assuming, of course, that you would be willing to help. Something tells me that you weren't surprised when I invited you onto the team. You were waiting for this, weren't you? I thought that it might go over better if you believed it to be your idea, and it would seem that I was right. I am on the team, after all. Yes, you are, and you're right. I, for one, would be happy to help you. When you're ready, just say the word. I'm not turning down a side quest. I would never do that. Thank you, my friend. But this is a discussion for another day. We aren't ready to hit an Ares facility yet, and there is more intelligence to gather before we make our move anyway. When the time comes, I will let you know. Oh my god. I think what I'm probably going to do is do another episode where I just go through and talk to everybody on here. Because I do want to do the lore of this game. I love the lore of this game. But I can't imagine that's enjoyable for everybody. I'll probably try, if it's like 30 minutes long or more, to just sort of partition off the lore gathering thing as an episode and make sure that it's titled as such on the channel. So if that ends up being what I do, it will probably end up being the next episode, because I'm still going to ask him all those questions and talk to Isabel, Duncan, and Gobbet before I go. Not to mention Kindly Chang and all the shop owners. That being said, I think I'll call this episode done. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and comment if you like what you saw. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you've played this game before, let me know what happened with that mummy guy. Did you smuggle him out of the temple? And if you did, what was the result? So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.